15 bedroom mistakes that slowly kills intimacy in marriage. I know you don't want to miss it. Let's just dive straight into it. One thing I want you to know is that sex is not just for fun or for acts in a marriage. It is a spiritual and emotional glue that brings couples together, that bonds couples together. Listen, when done with love and understanding, it deepens your connection and also keeps your marriage very much alive. But sadly, when mistakes keep happening, or when there is so much argument and once there is so much resentment towards your partner, there is this gap that it begins to create. Even sex becomes very rare in marriage, which is a big no. So, what are these things that gradually kills intimacy and bonds in marriage? That kills the sweetness of sex in marriage? That is what we are going to be talking about in this video. The very first thing is when you use sex as a weapon towards your partner, be it a man or a woman, anybody can actually use this as a weapon. When one partner withholds sex in order to punish the other partner in marriage, you are gradually destroying the intimacy, the bond, the affection that you have built over the years. Listen, sex is supposed to be a gift. It's supposed to be something you joyfully give to your partner, not a weapon, not a means of punishment to your partner. So it is never a good idea to use sex as a weapon towards your partner. If you feel like you want to punish your partner for something they have done, sex is actually not the way to go. The second one that looks like the other is miscommunication about sex and marriage. So many couples do not want to talk about sex. Some are even shy to talk about it. I don't know why you are shy to talk about something that you obviously engage in. I feel there are some people that feel free to talk about sex comfortably relate how they want it, how you should be touched, if you liked it, if you like what your partner did, or maybe there's something you want to incorporate into the sex, or talking about sex generally helps you to understand your partner better. But when you're trying to talk about sex, I don't know what you guys are doing in that relationship. This is your husband, for crying out loud. This is somebody that you are naked with. So why are you shy? Now listen, some of us that grow up in homes where talking about sex is forbidden, like you must not mention anything that has to do with sex, we might end up having this issue in marriage, and that is one thing I want you to unlearn. Okay, in marriage you learn and you unlearn. So that is something you need to unlearn. Your partner is someone you can talk about virtually anything with. So if there is a particular way you want to be treated, or a particular style or position, or something you truly enjoy, or maybe there is during the act there is something he did that you truly enjoyed, it is best for you to actually call him and tell him, oh, I like it when you did this, I like it when you do this, you could do this more. This helps to build your bond when having sex. Number three, when you make sex a duty, more like an obligation, instead of something that you just truly thoroughly enjoy doing. When sex now becomes something that you feel obligated to do, something that you feel, let me just do it. If I don't do it now, it's become a problem. It gradually begins to become a task. It gradually begins to be like a chore that you need to do, like let me just give him what he want and go ahead with my day. It is not something that you enjoy, you're not delightful about it, it's not something that you truly want to do. You're gradually killing that intimacy in that marriage, you're gradually killing that bond in that marriage. So it is something that you need to, both parties need to thoroughly enjoy it, needs to understand the timing. Listen, the days when oga is extremely tired is not the day you go and start asking for sex. Like, you need to also read the room so that he does not feel obligated to do what you want. Okay, but when you see that the atmosphere is calm, is soothing, everybody is okay, then you can initiate whatever it is you want. But when you see that this other person might not be in the best of mood, or the other person is not so, is very tired, and you feel that is the right time to ask for sex, that is the beginning of sex becoming an obligation in marriage. This next one is when you ignore emotional connection, which lead us into the next point, which is being too busy for each other. Listen, your career, your children, your work, your business, even your ministry has a way of pulling you away from your partner. It has a way of also destroying, of also creating a gap in that marriage. It has a way of drying up intimacy in marriage. If you don't know how to set your priority right, if you don't know how to balance your life, see, when it comes to intimacy in marriage, you need to be very intentional about it. Time will not just fall on your lap. Yes, we know that we go through the hustle and bustle of the day, and it is sometimes very difficult for us to actually create the time to have sex or to be intimate. Yes, it is very understandable, but then again, you also need to be very intentional. Days when you feel like, "Oh, I might want to go to Jerusalem today." Be intentional about it. Close early from work. Once you know your wife is always busy on to the night, try and come back on time as a man and help out with the chores so that she can finish up on time and get some rest. Okay, these are things that you need to do so that your work, so that the duties at home, the children, doesn't come in the way of your intimacy, doesn't destroy the bond that you guys are trying to build. We cannot push away the place of our career, work, our children, or people around us, or even our ministry. We cannot push that away. But then again, if you want your marriage to work, you need to be intentional about creating time. Okay, creating time for it. This next one is very very funny because see a lot of couples do it and I just shake my head. Criticism after sex. Like, what do you mean you laugh at your partner after sex and you ask, is that all? Are you done? Do you know how degrading that sounds? Do you know how embarrassing that sounds? That is the wrong way to go about it. See, making negative remarks or comments about your partner's performance or body after sex as a way of killing their confidence. It has a way of bringing down their self-esteem, and you shouldn't be the one to even do that. That is a very wrong way to go. Okay, if there is something you're not satisfied about, go ahead and let them know in a very calm and loving manner that doesn't hurt their ego. See, nobody blooms under criticism. If correction is needed, do it calmly without harsh voice. Do it lovingly. Just know how to put it. Do not shatter their ego, especially for men. Men do not like to hear that you didn't do this thing well. That is why most times after sex, they will stylishly ask you, "Did you come? Did you release?" It has a way of killing their ego, so you need to follow them with discretion. I don't know about what we are, but this next one is very important. When you ignore foreplay, I've always said it. When it comes to foreplay, that is something you shouldn't joke with when it comes to sex in marriage. Foreplay is more like a lubricant. It's just as if you are oiling the passage or the pathway through which you want to pass, which makes it very seamless. Rushing into sex without preparing your partner emotionally or even physically oftentimes end up in dissatisfaction. I just want you to know that foreplay is not a luxury. Get that into your head. Foreplay is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is part of what we call sex and intimacy. When you neglect it, you leave your partner dissatisfied. The kissing, the caressing, the touching, the sucking, the licking. There is a whole lot of ways. Okay, even before all this, foreplay also starts from during the day before getting into the bedroom. Okay, dropping naughty text messages, using flirty words, telling them to get ready because we are going to shift their womb tonight. Okay, getting her gifts, crediting her bank account. That is one very solid foreplay with a lot of women enjoy. Credit her bank account today and see if you need to do a lot of work before having sex with her. Just try it and see. So yeah, foreplay is a very key part of enjoying sex. Another bedroom mistake that a lot of married couples make these days is using children as a form of excuse. A lot of women do this. I've been carrying the baby since morning, but you know that these children has been disturbing me. But you know I've been running around with the kids all night, all morning. But you know, or maybe when Oga wants to come, when Oga wants to touch you in the night, you quickly pinch that baby so that the baby will start crying. Or when you know a guy wants to do something this night, you carry the baby intentionally and put in between the both of you so that a guy will not see road to cross. No, that is not how it is done. Similar to this point is when you shower all your love, attention, and care to your child or your children, leaving your partner behind. When you consistently put your children above your partner, when you consistently meet the needs of the children above your partner. Okay, you give your children all the time and attention that they need, but when it comes to your partner, you don't feel like you need you owe him or her anything. That is very wrong. Even children are much more happy in a family where they see love flourish, in a family where they see affection, where they see their mother and their father in good terms. When they see that these two people are actually bonding so well, you see these kids are happy. They love what they see. So most times when when you do this, when you shift all your attention to your child and leaving out your partner, it has a way of creating a gap between you and your partner. Let me quickly chip in this lastly. When you begin to compare your partner with your former, maybe your ex or your before you meet your husband, when you begin to compare their performance or what they do or how they do what they do, how they make you enjoy this or that, just maybe in a bit to spite him or her, or in a bit to make them understand that yes, there are other people that did it well before you came. That is very wrong. Okay, if that person did it so well, why didn't you end up with them? Why did you come and engage this other person? Why did you come and get married to this other person? Why? Your past is your past, your ex is a ex for a reason. Do not in any way bring up comparison towards your present partner with your ex. They are ex for a reason. They are in the past, leave them there. Okay, you need you to know that your partner or your spouse is a very unique being. They are unique to you. They can't be like the other person. So you need to celebrate them and appreciate them just the way they are. I'm going to be drawing the curtain here, and this is because I don't want this video to be too long. It is already excessively long. Listen, your marriage can be very, very joyful, passionate, and very fulfilling. If you are willing to learn, unlearn, and grow together, that is all you need. Just be willing to learn, be willing to accommodate your partner, be willing to know that thing that he or she wants, and you will see your marriage flourish day by day. Thank you very much for watching this video up until now. If there is something you feel that I've left out, please go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, also like this video so that you get to enjoy more of this content from me. Thank you very much once again for watching up until now. I am IJ, this is Love Lounge, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.